A new record for the England national team. The English national football team did not lose for the 21st consecutive game, which is a record in the history of English football. The English national football team played a friendly match against Switzerland and was able to win with a result of 2-1. This is the 21st consecutive game that England will not lose alone, and this is a record in the history of the country's football, according to the statistical network Opta. England, led by Gareth Southgate, have one of the best chances of winning the World Cup in Qatar. Liverpool and City fans protest against Wembley hosts. Fans of Liverpool and Manchester City are protesting against Wembley hosting the FA Cup semi-finals. Liverpool and Manchester City will face each other on April 21 and 27, the first game in the English League and the second game in the semi-finals of the FA Cup. The FA Cup semi-final will be held at Wembley Stadium in London, but fans of both teams want to change hosts. They are asking the FA to move the FA Cup semi-final from Wembley to another stadium, as the train station to London will be under maintenance that week, making it difficult for them to travel to the stadium. Farewell to the famous English referee at the end of the season. Mike Dean, the 53rd English referee, has decided to say goodbye to the refereeing profession at the end of the season. Mike Dean officially entered the world of refereeing in the English Premier League in 2000, and now it is about 22 years since the presence of this famous referee in the competitions. Mike Dean has refereed many important matches during this period and is generally referred to as a lesser-known referee. McDean has refereed 553 Premier League games so far and has picked up 114 red cards. This attractive English referee, because he tries to get less involved with the players and stays completely calm in controversial moments, is famous. In fact, it's the case that Mike Dean has been judged to play important games over the years. 20 teams reach the World Cup. The number of teams that advanced to the FIFA World Cup with Canada was 20. Canada beat Jamaica to be 20th in the 2022 World Cup. Previously, 19 teams had qualified for the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. The other 12 teams will be allowed to participate in this tournament, so that the number of teams participating in the largest football tournament in the world will reach 32. Canada reached the FIFA World Cup after 36 years. The Canadian national football team has qualified for the World Cup after 36 years. The Canadian national football team qualified for the World Cup for the second time this morning, defeating Jamaica 4-0, booking a ticket to Qatar, ending 36 years of failure to reach the competition. In front of 30,000 home fans, Canada was able to end this expectation by defeating Jamaica and qualifying for the World Cup. Canada will play in the World Cup for the first time since 1986. In Canada's first appearance, it lost all 3 games and failed to score. With just one qualifying round left, Canada tops the CONCACAF rankings with 28 points, 6 points ahead of the regional powers of the United States and Mexico. The top 3 teams in the standings will automatically advance to the World Cup, and the 4th team will face the top team in the intercontinental playoffs for another quota. Popular Hollywood actor in the world of football, Hollywood star George Clooney has claimed that he would like to buy the Derby account team led by Wayne Rooney. George Clooney has told Derby fans that he would like to help coach Wayne Rooney by buying the club. After the most dramatic takeover of football since Roman Abramovich was forced to leave Chelsea, the Hollywood legend has said he wants to lead a consortium to buy the club in the Championship. Derby after the failure in Malaga. George, 60, began following Rams after Jack O'Connell introduced them. And after his attempt to buy Spanish club Malaga failed in 2020, he indicated that he was looking to take over Pride Park. The Derby is a great football club with a great history, and I am sure it has a great future, he said. I know there have been problems in recent times, but nothing can be solved, and the team has worked really hard and played well under these circumstances. It is obvious to me that, like the players on the pitch, the fans have played their part on the pitch. My interest in football has grown in recent years, and a few years ago I was asked if I wanted to partner with a group of other people looking to buy Malaga Football Club in Spain. It was a very exciting prospect, but in the end it failed. Maybe having a football club is the next best thing for me. Derby crisis. Derby has been facing a lack of liquidity for 6 months and is looking for a buyer. Rooney said the troubled club was in a terrible situation. But Clooney's remarks may have given the team life. "We are looking for a new owner and that is great," said Derbyshire representative Nigel Mills. "This will be great for the local economy and will bring in millions of pounds. It greatly enhances the team's reputation. I hope he can communicate with the managers. It will be extraordinary." Derby North representative Amanda Solovey also welcomed Clooney's interest. "It went on for a long time and it would be great if George Clooney, who loves football, buys it," he said. "Like all the fans, I am waiting for the buyer to be introduced and our very popular club to be saved." "Do not insult younger players," the Surrey midfielder asked the Italian fans not to insult the players of their national team for failing to qualify for the 2022 World Cup. The Italian national football team failed to qualify for the 2022 World Cup in Qatar on Friday morning after conceding a disappointing 1-0 home defeat to Northern Macedonia in the semi-finals of the European playoffs, and for the second consecutive season missed the World Cup, the biggest national football event. The Italians, whose team won the Euro 2020, get angry and in some cases insult the Surrey players on social media. The President of Macedonia drew a line for Ronaldo. The President of Macedonia warned Ronaldo on Twitter after his team's victory. "Ronaldo, be ready, next you are," wrote Northern Macedonian President Stevo Pendarovski on his Twitter account in response to his team's victory over Italy and the leading match against Portugal. The Portuguese national team will host Northern Macedonia in the final round of the World Cup qualifiers in Europe on Tuesday, April 9th, at the Dragao Stadium. Swiss fans joke with the Italian national team using Google. The Swiss spectators made an interesting joke in the friendly match against England after the elimination of Italy from the 2022 World Cup qualifiers in Qatar. The Swiss national team played a friendly match against the English national team last night and experienced a 2-1 defeat. In this game, however, the reaction of the Swiss fans became the main headline of the match, where the fans held an interesting joke with the Italian national team holding a banner. Fans of the Swiss national team wrote the phrase "Italy in the 2022 World Cup in Qatar" using the Google search page, which Google objected to and wrote, "Do you mean Switzerland?" Eriksen's reaction to his goal on his return to the Danish national team. The midfielder of the Danish national football team, who managed to score a goal on his return to the team, reacted to this issue. Christian Eriksen, who was called up to the Danish national team by Kasper Hjulmand after a 9-month absence from the Danish national football team, lost 4-2 to Denmark last night, Saturday, in a friendly against the Netherlands, just 2 minutes after arriving in Denmark. Maiden scored Denmark's second goal. Eriksen, 29, suffered a cardiac arrest during Denmark's match against Finland in the first round of the group stage of Euro 2020 and was later taken to a hospital in Copenhagen for treatment. After Christine Eriksen underwent various heart tests, it was decided to implant an ICD, implantable defibrillator, shock and pacemaker, in her body. It is necessary to use this device after cardiac arrest due to cardiac arrhythmia. Who is the wife of a Premier League star, Swedish national team and Tottenham star Diane Kolosowski is married to Bosnian women's national team player Aldina Omic, who is more popular in Sweden than she is. Footballers are often not overshadowed by their spouses, but 21-year-old Spurs star Diane Kolosowski came in second when he appeared in another Swedish documentary with football player Aldina Amic. Amic, 27, plays as a midfielder for the IF Brommapojkarna team in Stockholm and has been the focus of filmmakers making the Swedish TV series Channel 4. Instead of Kolosowski, the play followed him and gave us a glimpse of his busy life. "This is not a big deal," Kolosowski said. "It is not even on TV and is just an app on the internet. The show is more about him and what he does and what life is like in cities like Turin and London. It's not about my football." Pele broke the record with his stained shirt 20 years ago on this day. Pele's World Cup final shirt was sold at auction. On March 27, 2002, the shirt of the Brazilian football legend Pele was auctioned at an auction for $157,750. Pele wore the shirt in the 1970 World Cup final and still had the grass stains that formed after the first goal was scored. Italian defender Roberto Rossato changed his shirt with Pele after the final and put it up for auction himself. At that price, the previous auction record of $91,750 for England's Jeff Hurst at the 1966 World Cup was broken.